Chapter 32, A Tour of the Galaxy. Vea begins her story with a direct, introspective tone. She tells us her family's entire world revolves around her little brother, August, Augie, and always has. August is the sun. Me and Mom and Dad are planets orbiting around him, she says. It's not said with anger, but with the weary love of someone who has lived her entire life in that orbit. She explains that she has always been fiercely protective of her brother, but also quietly lonely because of it. She's never been the center of attention in her family, not out of neglect, but because every bit of focus, energy, and care naturally goes to August. His needs are real, and Vea understands them, but that doesn't erase her own quiet longing to be noticed for herself. Now that she's starting high school at Faulkner Prep, she feels a mixture of guilt and relief. For the first time, no one knows her as the girl with the brother who has the face. She can just be Olivia. It was like taking off a sweater I'd been wearing my whole life, she says, describing how freeing it feels to have space to breathe without always explaining, protecting, or compensating. She still loves her family deeply, but for the first time, she begins wondering what her life might be like if she weren't always orbiting around the sun. What did we learn? Vea's perspective reframes the story through the lens of a loving but overshadowed sibling. Her metaphor of planets orbiting the sun reveals both love and fatigue. She experiences guilt for wanting independence, showing emotional maturity. This chapter begins exploring identity apart from family roles. Quick questions. How does Vea describe her family dynamic? What does she mean by saying, August is the sun? Why does she feel both relief and guilt about starting high school? How does this chapter shift the story's emotional perspective?